You are a long way from home. The star charts say this sector is empty. Your superiors called it the beacon in the Black Nebula, a place where ships go and never return, a graveyard 1,000 light years wide. Yet you came. You had to. Something was calling from inside the storm. It was a whisper, a ghost on the quantum comms. It was not a distress call. It was something older, something far more deliberate. Fleet Command marked it as a sensor ghost, a star science anomaly. They ordered you to stand down. They told you to turn back. You cut your link to the command network 6 hours ago. Your crew thinks you are running final system checks. They do not know you are disobeying a direct order, an order to leave this place to its ghosts. But the signal felt too real, too lonely. It pulsed with a rhythm like a dying heart. It was a pattern so complex, so ancient. It could not be a natural event. Someone, or something, was still alive in that forbidden place. You stand on the bridge of your scout ship, the Wanderer, a fitting name for a vessel about to go very lost. You look at the swirling clouds ahead. They are a tempest of purple and gold dust, a beautiful storm that kills everything it touches. You key the ship-wide comm. Your voice is steady, calmer than you feel. All hands to stations. Prepare for Nebula entry. We are going in. A quiet acknowledgement ripples across the bridge. Your first officer looks at you. Her eyes hold a question she will not ask. You offer a small, confident nod. It is a lie, but it is a necessary one. The ship turns toward the storm. It is time to answer that impossible call. Your ship trembles as it touches the nebula's edge. The outer shroud is a riot of charged particles. Shields flare a brilliant, shimmering green. The view screen is a kaleidoscope of chaos. Outside, the laws of physics are getting suggestions, not rules. Gravity warps in unpredictable ways. Your inertial dampeners are working overtime. They whine with a high-pitched stress. The Wanderer pushes deeper, through veils of stellar gas and dark matter. It is like sailing through a liquid dream. Strange energies lick at your shields. They leave trails of harmless, glowing static. They look like ghostly fingerprints. Your science officer calls out readings. They are all impossible. Time dilation fields flicker. Pockets of folded space appear and vanish. This nebula is not just a cloud. It is a scar on the fabric of the universe. You feel a strange sense of peace here. It is a quiet that sinks into your bones. The signal is stronger now, clearer. It cuts through the background noise of creation. It is no longer a whisper. It is a clear, single note, a song of profound and ancient sadness. You are not just flying through a nebula. You are navigating a memory, an echo of a long dead star, or perhaps something much, much older. Your crew is silent. They are professionals, the best humanity has to offer. But even they are humbled by this spectacle. The beacon in the Black Nebula is not a place of death. It is a place of profound otherness. You are an intruder here, a trespasser in a realm not meant for your kind. The ship groans as it passes through a final, violent layer. Then, silence. You have arrived at the eye of the storm, and what you see steals the breath from your lungs. It hangs in the calm center of the nebula, a structure of impossible scale. It is a city of silent, dark metal. It is not orbiting a star. It is the star, or what is left of one, a Dyson sphere. But it is dead. No lights shine from its surface. No energy signatures pulse from within its core. It is a tomb, a monument the size of a small moon. The signal originates from a single point on its dark surface, a docking bay large enough to swallow a fleet. The structure is impossibly old. Micrometeorites have scarred its hull over millions of years. Its design is alien, full of graceful curves and sharp, aggressive angles. It is both beautiful and terrifying. A work of art built for a purpose you can't comprehend. Your ship feels like a dust mote next to it, a tiny insect buzzing before a dead god. Your comm officer speaks. Her voice is a hushed whisper. "Sir, the signal has stopped." It is true. The lonely call that drew you across the galaxy is gone. It simply vanished the moment you laid eyes on its source. You are left in absolute silence, just the low hum of your ship's life support. The dead city offers no welcome. It offers no answers. It only offers a profound and unnerving stillness. You order a slow approach. You need to get closer. You need to understand what this place is. You have broken every rule to get here. You have risked your ship and your crew. You cannot turn back now, not when you are this close to the truth. The Wanderer drifts toward the silent megastructure. You feel like an archaeologist, about to break the seal on a tomb untouched for eons. But you have a sinking feeling. You are not the only one here. From the swirling gloom, they emerge. 7 ships. They are not made of metal. They look like they are carved from pure crystal. They catch the nebula's light. They refract it into 1,000 razor-sharp beams. They are silent, majestic, and utterly menacing. They move without any visible propulsion. They glide through the void, like predators. They arrange themselves in a perfect formation around your ship. A cage of light and crystal. A single message appears on your main screen. It is not text. It is not a language you know. It is pure mathematics. The universal language. The meaning is unmistakable. It is a warning. Leave now. There is no negotiation offered, no explanation given, just a simple, absolute command. These are the silent hierarchy, a name whispered in fear in the darkest corners of the galaxy. They are the keepers of ancient places, the enforcers of forgotten laws. They are said to be immortal, unbeatable. Their logic is as flawless and as cold as the crystal of their ships. To face them is to face annihilation. Your crew looks to you. Fear is a cold presence on the bridge. This is a choice you cannot delegate. Obey and run. Defy and face beings that might as well be gods. You stare at the crystalline perfection of their ships. Every instinct screams at you to flee, to take your ship and run as fast as you can. But the dead city calls to you. The silence of the tomb feels heavier than the threat of the fleet. You make your choice. Hold your position, you say. Your voice does not waver. Take us into the docking bay. Slowly. You have chosen defiance. You have chosen the echoes of the dead over the command of the living. Your ship glides past the silent crystal fleet. They do not fire. They simply watch. Their stillness is more unnerving than an attack. The Wanderer slips into the massive docking bay of the dead station. The moment you cross the threshold, immense doors slide shut behind you. They seal you inside with the silence and the dark. The crystalline ships are gone from view. You are alone. For now. The inside of the station is a cavern of metal and shadows. Emergency lights flicker to life as you approach. They reveal architecture that defies gravity. Walkways spiral into the darkness above. Structures hang suspended by unseen forces. There is no air, only the hard vacuum of space. But there is something else. A whisper. Not on the comms this time. It feels like it is inside your head. Faint echoes, lingering thoughts left behind. You lead the away team yourself, clad in an enviro suit, You step onto the cold deck of the ancient station, your magnetic boots clamped down with a heavy thud. The sound is an intrusion in the deep silence. As you walk, the whispers grow stronger. You activate your suit's audio recorder. Hoping to catch the phantom sounds, you find a terminal. Its screen glows with a faint amber light. You interface your data pad. You are not a xenoarchaeologist, but you know how to access a log file. The screen flickers, and the voices of the dead begin to speak. The logs are not written in text. They are recordings, emotional and sensory imprints, a history told in feelings. You experience their final days. This station was not a city. It was a sanctuary, a refuge for a species you have never seen, a race of beings made of light and sound. They were artists, philosophers, poets. They had no concept of war, until the silent hierarchy found them. The recordings show the crystal ships arriving. They show the hierarchy delivering their cold, logical ultimatum. Assimilate. Become part of their perfect, silent order, or be erased. The people of this station chose defiance. They chose to remain themselves, even if it meant their end. The hierarchy's attack was not a battle. It was a cleansing, a systematic, passionless extermination. This station was their final act of defiance, their last poem. You realize the truth with a cold dread. This station is not a tomb. It is a weapon of last resort, designed to do the one thing its creators never could: to fight, to kill. It was built to fire a single, final shot, a shot that would end the hierarchy's silent reign. But they never got to use it. They ran out of time. The burden of their lost race now falls to you. The weight of a forgotten genocide settles on your shoulders. You are no longer just a ship captain. You are the heir to a war you never knew existed. A sudden, violent jolt throws you against the terminal. The entire station groans around you. Your first officer's voice crackles in your helmet. "Captain, you need to see this." You race back to the docking bay. Your ship's view screen shows the space outside. It is no longer empty. The 7 hierarchy ships have been joined by hundreds more. They form a perfect sphere around the station, a cage of shimmering crystal. They are not attacking, they are waiting. Their siege is a masterpiece of tactical patience. They know you are inside. They know you have discovered the station's secret. They are sealing you in, cutting off any possibility of escape. Their formation is a mathematical certainty, a closing net from which there is no flight. They will wait for weeks, for months, for years if they have to. Their logic is absolute. Eventually, you will run out of power. You will run out of air. You will run out of hope. Your crew is looking at you. Their faces are grim. The hope that brought you here has turned to despair. You are trapped, a single human ship inside an ancient weapon, surrounded by an enemy that does not know defeat. They think you are out of options, but they are wrong. They are thinking like soldiers. They are not thinking like humans. And humanity's greatest strength has always been its unorthodox genius. The ability to find a solution when none exists. "Get our engineers down here," you command. "And I want our best star science experts. They think they have us in a cage. It's time to show them what a cornered human can do." You have a plan. It is desperate. It is insane. It is probably a quick way to die. But it is better than waiting for the air to run out. You will not die in a silent cage. You will die in a blaze of defiance. The hierarchy thinks they are logical. You are about to introduce them to pure, unadulterated chaos. Your crew works with a frantic energy. They are no longer soldiers. They are artists of desperation. Engineers rewire your ship's power conduits. They connect them directly to the ancient station's systems. The station is a dead weapon, but your ship can be its new heart, a power source to jumpstart its sleeping systems. It is a dangerous gamble. Mismatched technologies, alien power signatures. One wrong connection could overload your reactor. It would turn the Wanderer into a very small, very brief star. Meanwhile, your science team is working on the nebula itself. It is not just a cloud of gas. It is a quantum foam of unstable energies. The hierarchy's crystal ships are perfect. Their shields are flawless, but they are designed to operate in normal space, not in this beautiful, chaotic mess. Your plan is simple. You are going to weaponize the storm. You will use the station's powerful sensor arrays. You will focus the nebula's wild energy. You will create a directed surge of reality warping chaos. You are turning your ship into a battery. You are turning the station into a focusing lens. And you are turning the nebula into a gun. A gun pointed directly at the perfect, crystalline fleet. It is a plan held together with hope and improvisation. Your chief engineer gives you a thumbs up. A greasy smudge on his cheek cannot hide his tired grin. She's wired, Captain. We're either geniuses or the biggest idiots in history. You smile back. Let's find out which. You give the order. Fire. The station groans as ancient systems come to life. Power surges from your ship, through conduits that have been dark for 1,000,000 years. The immense sensor dish on the station's exterior begins to glow. It hums with borrowed power. It pulls at the fabric of the nebula. It gathers the chaotic energies. It focuses them into a single, tight beam, a lance of pure, unstable reality. The beam erupts from the station. It is not a laser. It is not a plasma bolt. It is a wave of shimmering, distorted space. It strikes one of the hierarchy ships. For a moment, nothing happens. The crystal ship's shields hold. Then they flicker. They fail. The beam washes over the ship's hull. The crystal does not shatter. It does not melt. It warps. The perfect geometric lines of the ship twist into impossible shapes. The ship folds in on itself. It vanishes in a silent, mathematical implosion. A stunned silence falls over your bridge. You did it. The impossible plan worked. You struck a blow against the silent hierarchy. You made them bleed. A cheer erupts from your crew, a raw, triumphant roar of defiance. You have proven that perfection can be broken. You have shown that even gods can be unmade. But your victory is short-lived. The hierarchy is a logical entity, and their response is swift and terrifying. Their patience is gone, shattered like the ship you just destroyed. The remaining fleet no longer holds its perfect patient formation. They break their siege. They surge forward. Their crystal hulls glow with an inner fire, a cold, white rage. This is no longer a siege. It is an execution. They have abandoned their cold logic. They have embraced wrath. Hundreds of weapon ports open on their ships. They unleash a storm of energy blasts. The station shudders under the onslaught. Ancient metal groans and tears. Explosions rock the docking bay. Your ship is thrown about like a toy. Shields scream as they absorb blast after blast. Red lights flash across your bridge. Alarms blare. Your first officer shouts damage reports. They are coming too fast to track. They are simply tearing the station apart around you. The hierarchy is no longer trying to contain you. They are trying to annihilate you, to wipe this station and its forbidden knowledge from existence. The weaponized nebula was a clever trick, but it takes time to recharge, time you do not have. They will overwhelm you with sheer, brutal force. Their perfect logic has been replaced with perfect, overwhelming fury. You have one last, desperate choice to make. You have to wake the sleeping giant. You have to use the station's real weapon. Your only hope is to activate the station's primary weapon, the weapon of last resort, the one the builders never had a chance to fire. Your science officer confirms what you already suspected. The weapon requires a colossal amount of power, far more than your ship's reactor can provide. It requires a singular, catastrophic energy release. To power the gun, you have to feed it a star. Or the next best thing, you have to give it your ship's heart. You must overload your warp core. You must channel the entire self-destructive blast into the station's weapon systems. It will destroy the Wanderer. It will leave you and your crew stranded, adrift in this dead city 1,000 light years from home. If it even works. It is the ultimate gamble. Sacrificing your only means of escape for a single shot. A shot that might not even fire. You look at your crew. Their faces are grim but determined. They have followed you this far, into the heart of a forbidden nebula, against an enemy of impossible power. They will follow you to the end. You give the command. Begin the core transfer. Divert all power to the primary weapon, and prepare for emergency life support. We are going to make a stand. You are about to sacrifice your ship, to give its life to power a ghost's vengeance. This is the last, desperate act of a cornered crew. Humanity's final, defiant roar in the dark. The final sequence begins. Your chief engineer's voice is calm over the calm. He is a man who has made peace with his fate. He walks you through the steps, bypassing safety protocols, overriding governors, pushing the warp core into the red, deeper and deeper into instability. The ship shudders violently. The lights flicker and die. You are plunged into emergency lighting. The hum of the engines is replaced by a rising, terrifying scream. The scream of a dying star. Outside, the hierarchy fleet senses the change. They feel the immense power building within the station. Their assault intensifies. They are desperate to destroy you before you can fire. Their flagship, a vessel 10 times larger than the others, descends upon you. It is a mountain of crystal and light. Its main weapon begins to glow, a sun killer aimed directly at your docking bay. It is a race. Your desperate suicidal power transfer against their cold, efficient annihilation. Your engineer's voice calls out, "Core integrity at 5%. It's gonna blow. Channeling the plasma stream now." A wave of energy, the very soul of your ship, surges through the ancient conduits. The station comes alive, not with lights and sounds, but with a deep, fundamental vibration. The space around you feels thin, stretched. The weapon is charging. The flagship of the hierarchy fires. A beam of pure white destruction lances toward you. It is too late. The station's weapon activates. The weapon does not fire a beam. It does not launch a projectile. It emits a wave of unreality. It is a silent, colorless ripple in space. It expands outwards from the station at impossible speed. It washes over the hierarchy flagship just as its own beam strikes your docking bay. The world dissolves into white light. Your ship is torn apart by the flagship's blast. But the unreality wave is already moving. It does not destroy the hierarchy ships. It changes them. The wave passes through the fleet. And where it passes, the laws of physics are rewritten. The perfect crystalline ships lose their cohesion. Their flawless geometry becomes flawed. Their straight lines curve. Their hard edges soften. Their ships are no longer made of crystal. They look like they are made of melting wax, of running paint. Their technology, built on absolute principles, fails in a universe that no longer follows the rules. The ships begin to drift. Their engines are silent. Their weapons are dark. They are no longer warships. They are just sculptures, grotesque monuments to a logic that no longer applies. The weapon did not kill them. It did something far worse. It took away their perfection. It introduced them to the concept of chaos, of impossibility. It broke their minds. The hierarchy fleet, or what is left of it, breaks. The ships that were on the edge of the wave, the ones that were only touched by its ripple, turn and flee. They do not retreat in an orderly, tactical withdrawal. They run. They scatter in every direction. A panicked, terrified flight. Their perfect formations are gone. Their silent confidence is shattered. They are no longer gods of the void. They are broken things, running from a ghost they cannot comprehend. Their perfect logic has been defeated by an illogical act, a human act, the act of sacrificing everything for a single, desperate hope. You have not just won a battle. You have broken an empire. You have proven that their greatest strength, their absolute certainty, is also their greatest weakness. The sight of their panicked flight is your victory. A victory paid for with your ship, with your only way home. You are alive. You and the handful of your crew who made it to the station's emergency shelters. The Wanderer is gone, a cloud of vaporized metal and shattered dreams in the docking bay. You are victorious, and you are stranded, a lone human beacon in the heart of the beacon in the Black Nebula. You stand at a viewport in the dead city, watching the last of the hierarchy ships vanish into the swirling colors of the storm. The station is your lifeboat now, your sanctuary, your prison. The weapon is silent, its single shot fired. The echoes of the dead are quiet. Perhaps they are at peace. Their vengeance has been delivered. Their story has been told. But now you have a new burden. You carry the knowledge of the silent hierarchy, of their vulnerability. You hold the story that could change the balance of power in the galaxy forever. You are the last human in the dark, a sole survivor standing on a weapon at the edge of the universe. You have no ship, no way to call for help, no way to return home. But you have a story of defiance, a story of how a handful of humans in a broken-down scout ship faced gods and made them run. You are the whisper now, the ghost in the machine, and you will wait. Sooner or later, someone else will come, drawn in by the mystery of this place, and you will be here to tell them everything. Your watch has just begun.